Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristy. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen, my homestead. It's 40 below Celsius. 40 below. Still. We are in, not just us, pretty much everyone here in our province and surrounding area is definitely feeling the cold temperatures, and it's been going on for over a week. We're yo-yoing in and out of extreme cold temperatures, and we have some pretty big outbreaks of the new variant of COVID. So that means the province of Alberta, where we live, they just rolled out some new regulations, and they're giving the kids an extra week off of school, which is okay. It is chilly, and minus 40, well, right now it's minus 39 degrees Celsius with a minus 55 wind chill, which was a minus 59 wind chill, a minus 59 degrees Celsius wind chill. So it's bloody cold, and the animals are not really happy. So they're getting extra feed, all the different things. So for the pantry challenge last night, I was feeling very lazy. I was exhausted. This weather has been just brutal, and it drains people very quickly. I do know that Tyson is going to be out and about in this cold weather, and actually Chaz and I need to go out today. Chaz was outside doing chores this morning. Took him a little extra because he had to give his horses a little more hay. So today I do want to do some recipes that are a little bit more hearty. I'm just kind of contemplating on what we're gonna make today out of the pantry. But last night it was really simple. I just took some canned chicken. So this chicken, I canned it up from a case that I purchased from Cajun Meats, I believe this chicken breast, a case of chicken breast came from, that I pressure canned it. This is a convenience food. It's just regular kind of a mayonnaise based sort of chicken salad is what I was going for here. I would like to generally use like a homemade type of mayonnaise, but I just had Hellmann's, and like I said, I was so lazy, but it was just really quick and easy. Just got that all mixed up, and I added some Himalayan salt and some pepper, and just gave it a little stir. This was some freeze-dried bell peppers, like sweet bell peppers. I just had a few of those on hand, and then some chipotle, some homegrown peppers, smoked up and ground up. So that was really a very nice, delightful, spicy kick on a frigid cold day. I just chopped up some a little kind of like an arrangement of different types of veggies. So I had some lettuce, cucumber, and some sweet bell peppers that I had chopped up from platters that I had before. Grated up some cheese and some olives out of the pantry that needed to be used up. Chopped up a jalapeno. I really missed my garden jalapenos, but this was fun. I would typically use freeze-dried ones, and I added some banana peppers, some hot banana peppers as well. And so I had some wraps. I didn't make any wraps from scratch. Like I said, I was so lazy. These were what I had on hand. And so I just made a wrap. Mine was just a little bit of salt and pepper and the mixture, the chicken mixture with some cheese, olives, banana peppers, some cucumber, and I had some other peppers and stuff on there as well, but it hit the spot. It was really nice, and I didn't feel like making a side. Chaz suggested some tater tots, and we had a bag in the freezer that needed to be used up, so I threw those in the air fryer and served them with some homemade ketchup. This ketchup bottle is an old ketchup bottle that I just put some of my homemade ketchup into, and I was kind of feeling too lazy to go get a new jar of ketchup, so I managed with a very small amount. I really wasn't ambitious. It was like a 5-minute dinner. It was a fast food dinner. Tired, and I don't feel like cooking. But I pushed through it in the sense of I know I have convenience food and I know I'm not that lazy. It's cold. Okay. I could hear something. I'm like, is that my block heater running? Didn't sound very good, but I think it's just something else. Brr. Come on, darling. Heater works. I don't even have anything to give it a boost with here that's gonna run. Guess I call the husband. Dang it! I hate that when that happens. I hate calling him for help. Hate it! He always says, I was right. This is why I don't brush my hair. Still waiting for a boost for my pickup, and I have a charger thing here, but it just won't. It's too cold, it won't. We need a good boost. And I don't think it's froze up. Usually when it gets super cold, you have to put a heater underneath. And so that's why it's really important to always make sure you have things in your pantry that you can access. So today, I think my plan is I took a couple things out yesterday from the freezer. So I took out some short ribs. I absolutely hate short ribs, but I have a ton of them to use up. So I thought, well, today would be a good day to use them up. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do scalloped potatoes because I wanted to do something that's a little bit more hearty for dinner because it is flippin' cold, and myself, Chaz, and Tyson are outside working a lot today. And you know, when you're out there for 14 hours a day in these temperatures, you want something a little bit more hearty. Also, he was out last night. None of us got, well, Chaz did, but Tyson and I, neither one of us got much sleep last night because his phone was ringing a lot and he had to leave at one point in the middle of the night to go help with a breakdown. And so his truck was running and ready to go on call kind of thing. And so that's just the way it is up here. Sometimes when it's this cold, you have to adapt, and there is basically, there's one agenda, and that's staying warm and keeping things running, keeping things from freezing up. It's quite interesting to see how people are affected by shortages and the weather and such, because to us it's just normal. it's just life, and it's not really a big deal anymore. Molly, get out of the kitty food. Naughty Molly. So yeah, waiting for Tyson. I think I will maybe start taking the Christmas decorations down. However, I would really like to leave them up. They're so pretty. Look at this. I really love having this tree in my living room. It's just such a pretty tree. So perfect. I love it so much. FYI, it's a real tree, and we cut it down 3 days before Christmas, and I did the hot water treatment on it, and it's still not losing needles. So the hot water treatment, which is scalding hot water, boiling hot water, put it in your tree stand, let your tree in there and let it soak up the water and let the water cool down, and then start decorating it. Let it hydrate, and it won't lose its needles. It'll probably root, honestly, but I don't know if I have a place I can put it. I would love to root it. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll undecorate it and then put it in some dirt or something. Put it in my greenhouse. It's so pretty. I really don't want it to die. Maybe I can get it to take root. Maybe that'll be like an experiment. In minus 55 wind chill. Trying to get a spruce tree to root from Christmas. Am I crazy or what? The cold got to my brain. You know that song? It's 40 below and my face is stuck. Got no heater in my truck and I'm off to the grocery store. Should I put that on the internet?
No.
Why?
That's
I'm
weird.
a fantastic singer.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say that.
Really? Children! Okay, let's hope my heater works. Thank you.
There's one more.
One more? Oh, you have to go back?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I got mail. Calendar I ordered from a fellow flower farmer. She did a calendar this year of her for 2022 of photos taken of her cut flower garden. I'm so excited. Oh, Flower Hill Farm. Oh my goodness. I have a little note, personal note from Nicole at Flower Hill Farm. It says, Kristy, hi flower friend. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you an amazing 2022. I love this. I love Nicole. She is so awesome and I've learned so much. She has a list of the different types of flowers that she has in the photos in her calendar. And oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It reminds me of the skies here that we get often. But goodness, it's so pretty. I'm so excited for this, you guys. Oh, I want to show you all of them, but I don't know if I can. But goodness gracious, isn't that gorgeous? This picture is of copper image tulip with black parrot, cafe noir tulips and fern pods. Oh yeah, I like it a lot. But she's a photographer. I'm a photographer. I used to actually be a professional photographer. I used to go on tour. I used to be a contracted on tour, living in a horse trailer kind of photographer for several summers in a row. And so I relate to her appreciation of all of the beauty of it. I love this. I love this calendar. Zinnias, yes. I'm growing some of these this year as well. There's some super cute, beautiful photography in here. If you haven't yet, go check out Nicole at Flower Hill Farm. She does have 2022 calendars. See, aren't they pretty? Look at all the beautiful pictures. So she's a photographer. I'm a photographer. She's a flower farmer. I'm a flower farmer. And so I really love this girl. She's awesome. Haven't met her, but she's like, my spirit loves her spirit. Let's just put it at that. So I very much appreciate all the work. I used to do calendars. I had a calendar once where I used to travel outside at night. I used to just wander around at night with a camera, and I would take pictures of the Northern Lights. And then I published a calendar and I sold it several years ago. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago when I published my calendar, and it sold out twice. And so I do know how much work this is to publish and to do and to ship out and to send. Like, I just appreciate her so much for all the information and for her YouTube content. You can find her YouTube channel obviously at Flower Hill Farm, and yeah, she's got some interesting things. So anyway, back to my normal life. Well, I was planning to do braised short ribs for supper tonight, or doing them in the Instapot. What's the word for it? Mine's a quick cooker, but more general term of brand is Instapot. But I was planning to do the ribs. I'm changing plans tonight. I'm gonna do the ribs hopefully tomorrow night, because there's not a lot of meat on the ones that I pulled out, and there's 3 of us tonight. It was supposed to be switch night. So for those of you that are just new to my channel, I have a stepson, and he goes back and forth between houses. He's here for 2 weeks, and then he goes to his mom's house for 1 week, and then he comes back, and it alternates. And so usually Friday is the day that he goes, and today is Friday, New Year's Eve. And so it won't be just Tyson and I dining tonight. It'll be Tyson, Chaz, and Kristy. So, which is me. So tonight, instead of doing the short ribs, I'm going to do chicken. And they're kind of like my own little recipe. I was inspired by these years ago from Rachel Ray, and I just kind of put my own seasoning on them and stuff like that. But I call them Cajun chicken thingies. And so they're really easy. Basically, it's a chunk of chicken breast wrapped with a half of a piece of bacon, rolled in coconut sugar and Cajun seasoning and garlic. Really simple. And then you bake it, fry it up kind of thing in the air fryer, or you can bake it and get it nice and crispy and caramelized. And I'm gonna serve that today with scalloped potatoes, because that was what I was working on, I was planning, and that's what Tyson wanted. So that's not gonna change. And so the menu will just change tomorrow for our dinner with the short ribs, if that's what I'm still planning to do. Because I'm not sure if Chaz will be here tomorrow, because he is staying. He wants to go skidooing. It's 40 below, but he wants to go skidooing with his friends for New Year's, and it's supposed to warm up to like significantly warm up, so like below -20 Celsius tomorrow. So we're hoping that he actually gets to hang outside with some friends and go do some activities outside. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be here tomorrow night. I think he is, but if it's cold, he probably will just go hang out with his fam in town and whatnot. But anyway, see, this is why I don't meal plan, because I just don't know. Our schedule changes so much. So for those of you that have a blended family, I see you. So anyway, let's get to work. I will show you how to make this chicken thingy, the Cajun chicken thingy. So before I do the chicken thingies, I wanted to get the potatoes in the oven. So I'm starting out with some peeled red potatoes that we grew in our garden, and I'm just slicing them quite thin. I'm using buckwheat flour as a second layer. Then I'm seasoning with salt, pepper, and some garlic, granulated garlic or freeze-dried garlic. I'm using yellow onion, just sliced very thin, and sprinkling that over. And then I'm putting on the bottom layer of potatoes, I added some butter, about a tablespoon of butter. Now I'm adding my second layer of potato, and I'm just kind of spreading out the other half of the onion through that layer, sprinkling it with buckwheat flour and the rest of the potato, and just kind of layering it, each layer seasoning it with salt, pepper, and garlic, and sprinkling it with some buckwheat flour. I had the buckwheat flour in my pantry, and I would like to use it up, and since this is a pantry challenge, I definitely wanted to use that instead of regular flour or any of the other types of flours that I had. Next, I'm adding half and half cream, and I added some cashew milk, about 1.5 cups total. Now I'm getting started on the Cajun chicken thingies. This is coconut sugar and Cajun spice seasoning, just a blend that I purchased from Organic Matters. You can make your own or make it from scratch or purchase it. Then I'm adding some garlic, granulated garlic, and just mixing it up really well. There is some bacon that I had in the fridge, and these chicken breasts I had thawed out from yesterday, and I'm just chopping them up into about 1-inch size pieces. And I'm taking 1/2 of a slice of bacon and rolling them up around each layer, or each piece of the chicken. And yeah, they're just rolling on up, all easy. And then I'm going to kind of dredge it into the rub mixture that we made with the coconut sugar and the Cajun seasoning, and just placing it on an ungreased baking dish. And so I actually used 7 pieces of bacon and 2 chicken breasts, and this is going to feed 3 people. You could definitely stretch it a lot further, and because the pieces are quite substantial with the bacon, they're very, very good, so people tend to eat more than they need to. If it wasn't super, super cold, what I would actually do with the rest of this rub stuff, because I made way too much rub for the amount of chicken and bacon. So basically I used 7 slices of bacon and 2 chicken breasts to feed us, which is plenty. We could probably stretch it to feed 5 or 6 people. So 2 chicken breasts and 7 strips of bacon is all you would really need to make this recipe, and probably just use like a half of a cup to 3/4 of a cup of coconut sugar, and maybe a tablespoon of Cajun at the most, and some just garlic to taste. But what I would do with this leftover seasoning is, if it wasn't 40 below, I would rub this on the short ribs that I have in the fridge and then smoke them. But it's way too cold, so I'm just gonna put these in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. And then when we have some warmer weather, I will, maybe during the pantry challenge, I'll take out some more ribs and give it a shot then, and I'll just keep these in the freezer until I'm ready to use it. Extra bacon, what I did is I chopped it up, and I'm gonna also freeze it so that when I make potato soup, all I need to do is pull this out and throw it in the pot and brown it up before I start making the base of my soup. Which I'm not making potato soup today, maybe tomorrow, probably not. I'm thinking next week. It's on my list of things to make during the pantry challenge is potato soup. So I will definitely be using bacon in my soup. So we're gonna do a taste test. It's gonna be hot. So this is the Cajun chicken thingy. Make sure you give me an honest review. Out of 1 to 10, what do you think?
That's 10. That's really good.
At 10?
Yeah.
It didn't beat the cinnamon biscuits?
Cinnamon biscuits are like right here, right? This one's like right
just
there.
below?
Yeah.
Okay, next. One more. Now let's see. You're a potato guy.
Yeah.
Blow on them. They're gonna be hot.
They're hot, yeah. That's another 10 out of 10.
Another 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I like potatoes a lot.
So the scalloped potatoes and the Cajun chicken thingies are kid approved.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember supper last night? The wraps we made?
Yep.
What about those? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think those were?
Probably another 10. I really like wraps.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this pantry challenge is easy peasy. I guess this is all stuff I normally make anyways, hey?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your review, buddy.
No.
Oh, one more thing. Happy New Year. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, yeah. Please like and subscribe and click the bell.
Yeah.
I really suck at this YouTubing thing.